Welcome. This is Brian Boer with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties, and thanks for watching our video. This is actually our very first market update video on our brand new YouTube channel. And basically, these market update videos are going to be the bread and butter of this channel. So I know we have a couple videos on there already, but every month our goal is to have a market update to give you guys the best information to know what's going on in the market. Is it going up? Is it going down? You need to know what's going on so you can make the right decisions. I work in both the DL, also known as the Lakes area market, as well as the Fargo-Moorhead market. Those are two separate markets, even though they do work together and they are kind of tied to one another. So every month we are going to do a video geared just towards Lakes Country and a video geared just towards Fargo-Moorhead. So Lakes Country is up first today. All these numbers are taken directly from our Lakes Country Association of Realtors, MLS. And since it is our first video, we kind of need to get everyone caught up to what's going on, what our market is, what trends have been happening over the last 2 years. So we kind of have it broken down what happened in 2015, what's going on in 2016, and what to expect in 2017. The first thing we want to look at is rates. So rates were pretty steady in 2015 from 3.5 to 4.25. Those are really good rates. And actually in 2016, we even saw for a period rates were a little bit lower even, and then they crept back up there. And right now we're sitting at a rate, giving on the day, right around 4%, 4.1. 2017, sorry to say, my prediction is rates are going to go up. They have to go up. They have to go up a little bit. These numbers are at historical lows. These are still really, really good numbers. And so don't let the fact that you're not getting a 3.2 or a 3.5% interest rate stop you from buying a house. It's kind of an old saying, there's the two best days to plant a tree are 30 years ago and today. So don't dwell on what you can't do. About the past, these are still really, really good rates. And the good thing is, rates are going up right now because the economy is better. And what that means is the value of your house is going up, you're gaining equity, and not only that, your investment is a lot more secure. So don't dwell on the fact that rates are going up. Get them now while they're low. So let's look a little deeper into what actually is going on in the Lakes Country Association of Realtors market. The total number of sales from 2015 to 2016 rose slightly from 952 to 970, just a slight, nice, steady growth. And really, since it is Lakes Country, you got to make sure we break everything down between normal residential and lakeshore properties as well. So each of these numbers, just a nice, steady growth from 2015 to 2016. Each year about a 60-40 split between residential and lakeshore. So let's just look at the residential for just a moment. From 0 to 100,000 and 100 to 200,000, we actually went down each year. So our number of sales are going up, but we're selling less lower priced properties. That's not because there's not a demand for houses down there. Actually, it's quite the opposite. There's just a lot less inventory, and there's a lot of people actually looking in those price ranges. So my prediction for 2017, a lot of competition for residential homes under 200,000. So that means if you're a seller and you have a house in that price range, you can expect a lot of traffic, a lot of showings, really good open houses. If you're a buyer and you're searching for a house in that price range, expect competition, have your financing in order, have a pre-approval letter. So when you're looking and you do find the house that you want that's in that price range, you can move on it, because if you don't, someone else will. The other thing to look at is, so these numbers are going down, so we have to be going up somewhere else, right? So between 200,000 to 500,000, we're experiencing huge amounts of growth. In the 200 to 300,000 range, 25% increase. 300 to 400, that's about a 20% increase. 400 to 500, 300% increase. I mean, basically tripled the amount of sales of residential houses between 400 and 500,000. A lot of things are going into play there. Some of it is because these $200,000 and $300,000 houses are selling a lot easier. People can move up a little easier. The other thing is we're getting some outside pressure from the Fargo market. There's a lot of people with good jobs that would rather have a huge house in Holly or Lake Park or Detroit Lakes for $450,000 than having just an average house in Fargo. They're willing to make that commute. So I expect there's going to be more and more. There's going to be more residential sales in that $400,000, $500,000 range in 2017. Now let's look a little deeper into the Lakeshore properties. So again, from 2015 to 2016, we had growth, just slow, steady growth in these lower ranges here. But the thing that I see is we actually sold less properties in the 200 to 300,000 range year over year, even though everything else is growing. Same situation with the lower end residential properties. It's not that the demand isn't there, it's the inventory isn't there. So really, the new normal is if you want a decent lake property, 300,000, 400,000, that might be the new normal for a nice year-round lake home property. Like I said, that's the new normal. If you want something nice, we're going to see more of these sales, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000. So that leads to my one prediction of 2017: concessions made by buyers for inexpensive Lakeshore. You're not going to find nice level lots on Clear Lakes anymore for $300,000. You're going to have to give up something. You're either going to have to give up elevation, you're either going to have not quite as nice Lakeshore, or you're going to have to give up a little on the sides of your cabin or your house if you want to be in this under $300,000 range. It's going to be a tight market coming up in 2017. Another prediction I have: higher demand for any property within an hour of Fargo. Like I said before, for these higher end residential properties, people coming from Fargo are willing to make that commute, and really right around an hour is kind of the cutoff where it's not worth it to make the switch anymore. I mean, that's for whatever reason, an hour drive time is like the magic number. So Detroit Lakes is right on the edge. Frazee, sorry, Perm, sorry, you're not going to be selling $400,000, $500,000 houses unless they're on a lake. But Detroit Lakes, Lake Park, Holly, if it's a nice house, you definitely do have a shot to do so. My other prediction: March is the new May. It takes longer and longer to close a property now. So you used to close a house in 30 days, maybe even less. Now expect 45 to 60 days. So people like to move in May and June, July at the latest, especially for lake properties. People want to be in 4th of July or sooner. So since it takes more time to close, that means they got to buy, write contracts, and get all that stuff in line earlier. So March is the new May. If you have, especially for a lakeshore property, don't wait until May. Don't wait for the snow to melt. Don't wait for the grass to get green and your flowers to bloom. If you're very serious about selling, get with an agent now. Come up with a marketing strategy so you can get that house on in March. No editing. So you can get that house on March, maybe even sooner, depending on what happens, and you'll have a really good shot at getting top dollar for your house. And one last note. If we really look deep at the higher end lakeshore properties, these numbers down here have definitely risen from 2015 to 2016. I expect that in 2017. For example, $0 million properties in 2015, 5 in 2016. The number between 500 and 750,000 went from 31 to 40. I mean, that's a 25% growth. So if you have a property that's in that price range, maybe you have a property that you listed in this price range and you didn't sell a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, now may be the time to meet with someone, get that thing back in the market, and maybe you can move on. So that's it. That's kind of the recap. I hope you found this video at least informational, and hopefully as we continue on, it'll just get better and better. So next week we'll have the Fargo Moorhead update, and then February, March, April, May, we'll just be kicking them out left and right. So thanks for watching. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to get these every single month, and have a good one.